Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Cookies. I'm Lindsay, my co-host is Nick, and this is going to be an interesting show because do you have siblings? Do you have siblings that are older, younger? Are you the oldest, youngest? I don't know. Or a friend that is just like they just pick and they just poke and they just keep tapping you in the car ride, and your parents are like going to turn around and be like, "Are we going to send this car home?" Yeah, that's kind of how this morning is going right now. So welcome. We're so glad that you're here and that you get to witness and be a part of our crazy lives. Nick is really trying hard to compose himself right now.
Like that should be like this week's theme. This week's theme should be Nick laughing in the background.
Yeah.
And you know he's laughing. And you know he's laughing. And
everything I'm saying is true.
Well, not just everything you're saying is true, but there's also the fact of that yeah, I'm gonna put the camera back on you. Because I was about to dig myself into a deeper hole.
Even finish that.
I'm not going to.
Because you won't have a ladder big enough, will you? Won't have a ladder big enough.
You know, I need one of those ladders that extends. Like, okay, so
those have limits, Nick.
I know, no, but like they fold in, and you can put them into like an A-frame. Then you could like it whoop and extends, and then yes, I need that kind of a ladder. And even then,
aren't those called gorilla ladders?
That's a question for your hubs. That's That's your husband question, because I know he has one. Or Aaron, my brother-in-law would know. He would know what they're called. Because I got to use this ladder. Who else?
Google.
Yeah, but I'm on camera right now. I'm not going to sit here and go. You want to know what? I absolutely hate it.
It's called a gorilla ladder.
Did you just Google it?
Yep.
You Googled it? Oh, that's because I put your camera in front of your monitor. Oh, people can't even tell. Here, wait, ready? Do your Google. Do it.
You can tell because my eyes aren't looking at the camera. They're looking down.
Just slightly.
Slightly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, it is called a gorilla ladder.
Where do you buy one?
Home Depot.
Oh.
Or you can contact my husband in Warrior Industrial.
Why?
Because they are a wholesale distributor that anybody can use. Isn't that nice?
Anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody? You're a buddy. Anyway. Ready? Split screen time. Nope. Hold on. Yes. Got it right. So Lindsay opened up saying I've been picking on her all morning. And to that I say...
And he said, no, it's really been all week. Did you hear that?
And to that I say, yes. Mm-hmm. And to that I say, it really has been all week.
It really has been. Week. He'll just be like, Lindsay.
So have any of y'all watched the cartoon Archer? No, probably not. Just I'm letting you know right now. This is an adult cartoon. Do not watch this cartoon with your kids, okay? But in this cartoon, there's this character called Archer, and he has this.
He's like
he's a spy.
Mm-hmm.
But
I was thinking of a nice word.
There's easy. Be nice here. Okay?
I'm just saying.
We're on Facebook. Yeah. We're on Facebook and YouTube. Be nice.
I didn't say it. I just said a not nice word.
But there's another character named Lana. Mm-hmm. And he'll go, Lana. And then he'll yell her name, Lana. She'll go, what?
That's how I feel.
Yes. I do this on purpose.
I know he's doing it on purpose.
It's greatness.
It's that big brother in the back seat just poking your shoulder.
There you go. The whole time. There you go. Why? Because you haven't had any sleep and your energy level is just not there. It's just not. So I have a question for you adulters.
So you think lighting my fuse is the right way to get energy?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. You're backwards thinking on that one.
It's okay. So I have a question. For you adults. Adults. Why is it after you get your kids to bed and the household is quiet, that you don't go, maybe I should go to sleep and get a good amount of hours of rest as well. Instead, you like, I want to do
because
this.
the
I want to do that.
household is quiet.
I haven't even answered. I have to stop asking my question. So you go through, you get the kids to bed, right? And it's like quiet, and you're just like, I could totally go to sleep right now and have really good sleep and be perfectly great in the morning. And instead, you stay up till midnight or 1 a.m. Why do we do that? Why do we do that as adults? I really want to know this.
I'm going to Google it.
I'm going to Google it. I am sure Amber has an answer to this that will wind up in the comments at some point in time. Mm-hmm. You know, it's funny because I have to keep more tabs open now because then we actually have a channel. We have a Coffee and Cookies channel, so I can't just be on my profile. I also got to be on the channel until I figure out how to get all the comments into one place. So, you know, it's going to be interesting. But no, I really want to know that. Like, why do we do that? I got my kids to bed about 7:30, and I still went to sleep at midnight. And Amber came to bed like at 1 a.m, and I still got up at 5:30. Like, I'm running I chose to run today on 4.5 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm. And annoy me in the process. Like that's why
somehow
you're doing it, because you're running on low energy too.
And somehow you're still more tired than me.
How is that possible? No.
I don't get it.
I don't think I am. Nope.
Everyone knows you're lying right now. Everyone does.
That's not true.
Everyone does. It has been. I'm so sleepy.
Here's the truth.
Yeah.
I'm a woman. I have had 2 kids.
We're gonna go down. We're gonna go down that card.
Yeah. Yes. Who has to get up with the kids at nighttime?
Me.
To feed them? No.
You have toddlers.
I know.
And a first grader.
I know how to operate on no sleep because I have experience. Just like all women.
Is that really direct? Is that really the direction you want to go with this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Every guy is disagreeing with you right now as far as that's the justification.
It's because they're guys. Every woman is agreeing with me right now.
No, they're not. No, they're not. I mean, to see, nope. And you want to know what? Because this is going to become a gender-driven conversation.
No,
I am choosing to walk away.
Okay, bye.
I'm choosing to walk away. I'm not going to engage in this conversation because it's not going to be a positive one, and we're just not going to do it. We're not going to do it.
Sean gets up at 5 to feed his wife. Get her off to school.
He actually does because she's a teacher.
That's so sweet.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyway, what else are we talking about today, Nick?
So no, I want to know why as adults we do that. Like, why do we not go, hey, I want to have a good night of sleep? I think it's because we have coffee. I think it's because we have...
You drink coffee at night?
No, we have coffee in the morning to help us get up and get rolling. Even though you're tired or in younger days, maybe hungover and you get up and you just, you get to it. I think it's, can you really run on 4 hours of sleep consistently and be good?
Consistently? I know people that do it.
Who? No, I'm sorry. Don't mention names. You know people who run on 4 hours of sleep every day and perfectly alert, perfectly functional. They never skip a beat, never miss a beat.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
You told me not to drop names.
Are the people that I know?
Mm-hmm.
Is it your husband?
No.
Is it Amber? No.
I'm not telling you. You told me not to drop names.
I know. Because I don't know.
We can talk about it later.
We can talk about it later. And these people, I'm really curious. 4 hours of sleep. Do you guys run on 4 hours of sleep? Do you?
I don't.
No. Lindsay does not. Have you heard all the growliness come in this direction? Lindsay does not. See?
No. This is I'm poking the bear. He's wanting to get a reaction out of me, so I'm just staying quiet. See? I know your tactics, Nick.
You think you know them? Oh, this is greatness. Okay, so hey, guess what? It's Friday.
Hey, by the way, Google does not know why parents don't go to bed. At all.
It's Friday. What do you guys have planned for this weekend? It's the first after work weekend. And you know what? This has been the first week of school. Mm-hmm. This has been the first week of like real work. And this week has been a blur. Like just getting caught up, just getting re-grounded. What do you think? Are you ready for this weekend?
It's still a blur for me. The weekend doesn't slow down, actually.
So you have a fully packed weekend.
I do. Ish. Yep.
You're not going to relax. You're not going to take a nap?
Well, so I have a meeting on Saturday morning and then soccer game on Saturday morning. I might take a nap after that because I'll be... but then I'm serving again on Sunday. So.
Okay.
Busy weekend. And I have to go grocery shopping in there. And we're starting this new like health, like, cause as a church, we go through a fasting period or like you decide, like, it's kind of like giving something up or whatever level you want to do that at. So my household is, well, my husband and I and my mother-in-law are all adjusting our eating habits starting on Sunday.
To what?
My husband is giving up red meat and sweets.
Sweets I get.
And bread.
Wait, what?
I think. Right?
So we're going to eat
right,
veggies?
Dustin?
Hold
Yes.
on. You're giving up red meat.
Uh-huh.
That's great for iron. That has lots of vitamins. You're giving up bread. And
Which
you're giving
is
up
great
sweets.
for adding on love handles.
Well, I mean, it depends on your body, right? Like, there's some people who can eat pasta and it's just whoop, choom, gone, right?
I wish I had like a little a card that said, "Hey, this is what your body is gonna just."
You can get that.
Where?
ID Life.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, like you can do like a DNA test swabby type thing, and they'll be like,
I thought that was like it's like pills or vitamins or supplements.
They are a vitamin supplement company. Yes, they absolutely are. But they will tell you, like, you can do a higher tier test, and I think it's getting a bit more popular. I think there are even doctors' offices that do that now. They'll give you a higher tier test that says, hey, your body runs best with these kinds of meats, these kinds of breads, these kinds of foods,
right?
And hey, stay away from these things.
So we did this with Dustin. We did like a sensitivity test through the mail. And found out that he's sensitive to a few items.
Red meat?
No.
That'd be horrible. No more steak.
Right? So we thought it was a dairy thing. So we took him off of dairy for a while and put him on like almond milk. And he had a lot of peanut butter and egg. Well, no, not eggs, but because that's dairy. But he was on almond milk and peanut butter and things like that were non-dairy. He cut out his cheese, all of that. And he was still having like issues, like cramps or bloating or whatever, just not feeling well. And come to find out, guess what? He's allergic, like sensitive to eggs, almonds.
Oh, no, you
peanuts.
did not.
Yes. So no matter what we did, it was like, nope, didn't help.
It was the exact opposite.
Yes. Isn't that crazy?
That is, well,
because we just thought it was like milk and
because
cheese.
you Googled it. You
right.
did.
Right.
You were a Google doctor.
I was a WebMD doctor.
You were a WebMD. It's funny because how many people do that, right? Mm-hmm. Like, go, hey, I'm going to Google this, and this is medical. Like, I'm not talking like simple information, but they make their dietary decisions like you guys did. Okay. Then based off of, let's Google this instead of spending maybe $100 or a couple $100 and getting a real, some kind of a real test that says your body does great with this and stay away from that
or whatever. You don't need to eat this. So now we cut those things out and he's fine. He's great. He's like, I don't have any issues anymore ever. As long as he doesn't eat those things.
So knowing that now, how would that, is there a test that you would recommend? Did you guys do this to your doctor? Like and here's why for the audience that's watching, like you went through the process, you got the answers. How did you find the answers?
So I actually I was talking to my health consultant at my pharmacy.
Okay.
And
health consultant at the pharmacy. Okay.
Yes, she actually is the one that said, why don't you try this? And you can buy it online. It's from everlywell.com.
Okay.
And they have 2 different variations. You have like a small group of sensitivity tests, like your main food groups. And then you have a large variety of foods where it goes through tons of things. But it, like, you go to that website and it says, learn how your body responds to these different foods.
So how expensive was this test?
This one is $159.
Was it worth the $159?
Yes. Yes, I think it was. Because now we know what's triggering him not feeling well. And when you don't feel well, like you're
grelly.
Yeah.
You're grelly.
Maybe I should do this.
Why have you not?
Because I don't have in my mind, I don't have the kind of issues that he dealt with on a daily basis. So I don't know. I just didn't, it's not a priority. It wasn't a priority.
Well, and that's really it though. But I mean, think about it this way, right? It doesn't need to be like this massive, maybe here we go. You ready? Maybe for 2022, you want to lose weight, or maybe you want to put on some muscle, or maybe you want to understand how your body works, not just from a health standpoint, but maybe from a physical standpoint. Like, there are tests out there that say, hey, your body is built for low reps and you're just going to bulk up. And then there's other bodies that are...
I want that test that gives me everything. See, this is just telling me what I'm sensitive to. I want more than that.
Well, and maybe it's another test, but maybe, there are people that are built for endurance and having them for them.
Right.
Right? Because they're not built that way. I think that we got to a point where we try to put everyone into a box, right? Everyone is this, right? And now we're kind of coming out of that going, oh, we can actually look at the way you're built, the way your body's built, right? And go, hey, your body is, this is the best optimized diet for the way you are designed. This is the best workout regimen for the way you are designed.
Like, that just amazes me that scientists, there's people out there that are so smart that they figured out on the cellular level to look at your blood and your muscles and all of that. Like, that just blows my mind. I'm glad there's people out there smarter than me. Out there.
I had something to say, and it was not positive, and it would not have been poking the bear.
Cool.
It would have been like, oh, what's that song? Bopping him on the head. Picking up the field mice and bopping him on the head. If it had been like bopping you on the head. That's what it reminded me of. I would have got a lick and y'all would have saw it on camera and Amber would have been like, oh, that was funny. He's going to die.
And for once, I'm not the suspect.
Right? greatness.
That's funny.
So you want to know how many of y'all at work are able to have a friendship like what you see here on camera? Like, what you have to understand is when these cameras turn off, this dynamic does not stop. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, do we get work done? Yes. And yes, do we put our AirPods in and focus in and get work done? But 99% of the rest of the time, it's kind of just, it's pretty entertaining. Like, I'm thinking about setting up a camera and just having a live feed.
No.
That would be so hilarious.
I veto this.
Well, no, I mean, we can't. We have screens and that can't be public. Mm-hmm. There's NDAs in place. Like, I couldn't do that anyway. It was just a thought. He immediately vetoed it.
Immediately vetoing this. Immediately,
no,
this is not an option.
Not a good idea.
Not an option.
How dare you? Mm-hmm. How dare you?
Anyway.
So I want you to share that link because I'm sure there are other people that want to start off their 2022 a little bit better, and this is something that would help them.
Yep.
Right?
And, we waited until, like, they had, like, a Father's Day sale or something, and it was, like, 50% off. So we got, like, the big test for the price of the little one.
Oh, yeah. Definitely wait for the 50% off.
Yeah.
110%. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Do it. Do the waiting. I like the waiting. I hate waiting. Hurry up and wait. How many of you have heard that before? Hurry up and wait. Oh, man. All right. So it's Friday.
Huh. They have lots of tests on here. Just letting you know.
And that means that we have just a little bit of time before the weekend. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of excited about this week. This week has gone really well for a 4-day work week. I could get used to this. Lindsay's not liking this 4-day work week idea. I'm thinking a 4-day work week at 6 hours a day.
That
what do
sounds
you think?
Great.
Yes?
Sure.
Do you approve this?
Sure.
Y'all know that look. Every guy in here knows that look.
What look?
Like, sure, that's fine.
That is fine.
Sean agrees. 4 days a week, 6 hours a day. We would not.
I mean, here's the thing. We own the company. We can decide if we want to do that.
Oh, right. Right?
I mean, who's holding us to this schedule? Do we have a boss that's saying we have to be here 5 days a week? If you really want 4 days a week, make it happen.
No, I like working. But here we go, right? I think there needs to be, like, yes, you have your holidays, but when was the last time you took a work day off and did something just for you?
And it wasn't because your kids were off of school.
No, like here we go, right? Parents, hear me on this. Go drop your kids off at school and you take a day off.
Mm. You know what those are called? They have them in the education system. They're called mental health days.
No, they're not. Are you serious?
Yes,
are you?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
I'm like just thinking like, hey, I want some me time today, and I'm gonna drop the kids off at school, and then and just go and just relax for a day. But there's actually a thing called mental health days.
Mental health days.
Do like companies offer this?
Yes.
I can hear you typing. Such a loud typer.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I did not know that. I learned something new today. There's something actually called mental health days, and you need to Google it because I'm not going to talk to you about it.
And October 10th is actually World Mental Health Day.
World Mental Health Day.
So I think everybody should shut down that day.
Is that a new national holiday?
International. The World Health Organization puts it together. Mm-hmm. The world should shut down that day.
It already did. Look how much damage it did. What are you talking about?
Just for a day, not a whole year or 2 years or whatever. Anyway.
Oh my goodness. We are all over the place today.
Anything else you want to share?
Yes. Yes, we were watching Bluey last night. I know, massive surprise. And there's this episode called Takeout.
Oh, that's funny.
And
that's a funny one.
And in the beginning of the episode, the dad's like, "Hey, like be clean. Hey, be nice. Like just very much, keeping his kids in line." Mm-hmm. And towards the end of the episode, the kids get a fortune cookie. And they break it up, and the dad reads it, and it said, it's something to the effect of flowers get to be, they go through their cycle, right? Like they get to be kids, and then they bloom, and then they go back to kids, and they get to bloom. However, humans only get to be kids once.
Mm. Are you sure that's what it said?
No. I definitely nickerized that. Okay, that was me. That was me putting my spin on what that fortune cookie said. Mm-hmm. And it got me thinking, we want our kids to be so perfect. We want our kids to be so clean. We want our kids to be this. We want our kids to be that. And sometimes I think as parents, we forget that they're kids.
They're kids.
And they're only going to be kids once. And if you look at kids that maybe got rushed through
had to grow up
fast, right? One or two, maybe as a teenager, they got rushed through being a teenager, or maybe as a young adult, they rushed to become parents. Like, it's funny because when you look at society, we rush these kids to adulthood instead of saying, "Hey, you want to know what? You're a kid. Go play. Hey, you're a preteen. Go do the preteen thing. Hey, you're a teenager. Go do the teenager thing. Hey, you're a young adult. You don't need to get married right out the gate. Go do the young adult thing." It's almost like we rush to be parents. We rush to be adults. And if you look at, and I'm noticing this, like a lot of people who rush through these processes, they now look back at their life and go, "Man, I feel like I missed out on that." Mm. My high school years, I was in high school to get out of high school. I loved working. Okay. I loved it. I know, big, massive surprise. I love working. Okay. But sometimes now I sit here and I go, man, I could have been a bit more intentional in the moment mm-hmm. to enjoy the people that I was around at that point in time. Instead of being so focused on the future, I could have been focused and been there.
That's funny. I had a moment like that this week with Lexi, my daughter, and I was putting her to bed. And a lot of times, there's those moments where kids are like, they're just trying to keep you in the room. Mm-hmm. They're just, "Hey, Mom, I need to drink water. Hey, Mom, I have to go potty. Hey, Mom, hey, Mom, I have to tell you a joke." Right.
The kids are literally making up things just to keep you in the room.
"Hey, Mom, did I tell you this?" Like, so she's like, "Hey, Mom, will you just snuggle with me for a few minutes?" Or no, she asked me, she's like, "Mom, will you fall asleep in my bed?" And I'm like, no, no, I won't do that, but I'll snuggle with you for a few mm-hmm. minutes. So I knelt down next to her bed and I was just rubbing her arms and, like that tickling with the nail, like mm-hmm. she loved it. And she's like, "Oh, do it on my face and do it on my," she's hilarious. Anyway, I just sat there and I was just like, I love this moment. I just love this moment. She's never going to be this again.
Correct.
In this moment. And I just soaked it up and it just made my heart happy.
Happy heart.
Happy heart. It was good. And then I said, after a few minutes, I'm like, "Okay, I'm going to go. I'll come tuck you in again, or I'll come check on you before I go night." And it was that, like, that was our night, and she was fine. And I was like, "Okay, I love you, Mom."
But how many times do we rush that? Mm-hmm. Right? Because we need to get this task
I need to go make lunches for tomorrow. I got to go clean up the dishes. I got to, whatever it is. Like, I need to go work on this or. Mm-hmm.
And they don't get it. No. They don't get it. I mean, I'm going to refer back to another Bluey episode, Sticky Gecko. Okay. And I think I honestly, like, someone's going to be like, "Hey, can you be a spokesperson for Bluey one day?"
Right?
And teach parents how to parent based off of a cartoon from Australia.
Just watch the cartoon.
Just watch the cartoons. But in Sticky Gecko, towards the end of the episode, the mom, Chili, looks at Bingo and goes, "You really don't know what a minute is."
Mm-mm.
And Bingo goes, "No." And you see like the light bulb go off on Chili. And it's like, you want to know what? I'm rushing my kids out the door. I'm telling them we need to be on time. I'm saying we need to be at this event or whatever. I think they were going to a play date.
A play date, yeah.
And the kids don't care. They're just excited that they get to be hanging around mom and in that episode tying on roller skates and eating a banana. Right? So here we go. As a parent, and I'm going to challenge myself on this. You know, you've heard the term hurry up and wait, right? How can you make getting out the door fun? How can you slow down and like the moment that you have, go, you want to know what? I don't need to rush this. As a parent, how, and I challenge you with this, when you realize that you have that little moment, it's okay to stop. It's okay to not rush. Because they don't see the rush and they don't need to. They're kids.
Right.
Okay? They don't need to see the rush. They just need to know that you love them. They just need to know that they're important.
Right.
How would that change a dynamic in a household if you understood that?
Mm-hmm.
And intentionally maybe added a 15-minute buffer to whatever you're doing because you control the time, right? They don't see it. They don't understand it. So then how do you create that plan? How do you set that new expectation? I'm going to give a 15-minute buffer. Why? Because my kids may bless me as we get ready to go. I don't need to rush them.
But it's also that perspective of seeing it as a blessing and not a time like, oh, like it's taking forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like just seeing it as a positive instead of the negative.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you know me, I do not like being late. You want to stress me out? Make me late. That will stress me out, right? So I wake my daughter up 15 minutes and probably what she needs to be woken up. But you want to know what? We get 10 minutes extra before we need to go get to the car. Sometimes that's reading books. Sometimes it's watching funny cat videos on YouTube, you know, and sometimes it's just listening to her because we have that little bit of extra time in the morning.
Right.
So here we go, right? If you're a parent and you're like, what is a good cartoon that is going to help my kids be better kids? And you have Disney Plus, it's Bluey. 110%. It's Bluey. That cartoon has put so much positive into my household that I tell other parents about this cartoon all the time.
Obviously.
I just told everyone right here, you better watch Bluey. Do it. So this has been by far the most unscripted, entertaining, and so much fun video we've done yet.
Agreed. What are you...
Lindsay's so out of it. Just forgive her today. Just, forgive her today.
Giving me the mafia stare down over there.
Mafia doesn't have a stare down. They have a you disappearing act. We're not going to go down that road. Just going to leave that one alone.
Okay.
So it's Friday. It's Friday.
It is.
It's Friday. You know what that means? You only have a couple hours to get work done.
Yep.
So we're going to get to work. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in. You know, being in the comments, liking the videos, that's how we know to pray for you. So thank you guys for that. The weekend's here. Enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Spend some you time. I cannot stress that enough. I know you're going to have family to take care of. I know you're going to have church, okay? But spend time you time. And here we go. You ready for this? Don't watch church online. If you're like, I don't know what church to go to, come to Elevate Life. Okay? If you're like, I know what church I want to go to, then actually go to church.
Right.
Get in the room. Okay? Get around the people.
It changes how you receive the message. It changes how you just go throughout your day. Like, it's a different atmosphere. So
it is. It's a very different atmosphere. And you're going to get to experience. I'm not going to go down that road because that's going to be another whole 15-minute conversation if I go down the road.
Let's just stop right there.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up, okay? So make sure you get in the room, okay? Know that you are loved. Know that you are blessed. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Because a lot of people get to see us always on point, right? We're always that positive energy. And today you got to see a little bit of the and hopefully that just brings another level of authenticity.
The second one.
Thank you. Authenticity to the show and our lives. Know that we love you. At the end of the day, we make sure that when you get done with the day, make sure that you've
risen up. Rise up. Why are you changing how you set that up?
Because I had to throw you off.
Yeah.
Make sure that you
rise up.
and then crush it, y'all. We love you. Bye everyone.